Weekly news. Slovenia's Green Agenda 2030 faces public opposition. Despite a majority of Slovenians expressing opposition to the Green Agenda 2030, the National Assembly is moving forward with the implementation of the agenda, raising concerns about a lack of public consultation and disregard for the people's will. The absence of a public consensus on the agenda further highlights the need for open dialogue and transparency in decision-making processes. News headline: Green Agenda 2030, public opinion at odds with National Assembly's push. On November 22, 2023, the Slovenian National Assembly adopted a new climate change law. The law sets new targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions in Slovenia. By 2030, Slovenia must reduce emissions by 25% compared to 2005. By 2050, Slovenia must achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions. The law also establishes new measures to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. These measures include energy efficiency measures, such as building energy-efficient buildings and devices and developing renewable energy sources. Measures to transition to a low-carbon economy, such as developing public transportation and sustainable mobility and supporting green technologies. Measures to involve the public and youth in the fight against climate change. States to allocate more resources for climate change in the coming years. On November 23, 2023, the Slovenian government adopted a plan for implementing the 2030 Green Agenda. The plan foresees that the state will allocate more resources for climate change in the coming years. In 2024, the state will allocate 1.5 billion for climate change. In 2025, that number will increase to 2 billion. In 2026, the state will allocate 2.5 billion for climate change. The funds will be used to finance measures specified in the new climate change law. States to encourage youth to actively participate in the fight against climate change. On November 25, 2023, the Slovenian government adopted a program to encourage youth to actively participate in the fight against climate change. The program foresees the following measures: training young people about climate change and how they can actively participate in the fight against it. Supporting youth projects that deal with environmental issues, including young people in decision-making on environmental issues. The program is aimed at encouraging young people to take responsibility for the future of the planet and to actively participate in the fight against climate change. Important predictions for the future. In the coming years, Slovenia will implement a number of measures to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to transition to a low-carbon economy. Among the most important predictions are building energy-efficient buildings and devices, developing renewable energy sources, developing public transportation and sustainable mobility, supporting green technologies, encouraging youth to actively participate in the fight against climate change. Thank you for watching Bellis News.